Ela and I am a city guide of Warsaw. Today I am in Lublin. Lublin, 170 kilometers east of Warsaw, 90 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. I just wanted to come here. Lublin is one of those cities that once you come here, you want to return. And even if you stay here for a few days, you still want to come back.
I'm taking krakowskie przedmieście, Kraków suburbs, leading to the old town. Lublin was on the way from Kraków, the capital of Poland then, to Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania. So many travelers stopped at Lublin. Actually, the first mention of Lublin comes from the 6th century. Listen to the bugle that they play at noon from the town hall. There were two main gates leading to the old town, Kraków Gate and Grodzka, or Jewish Gate. We are approaching the Kraków one. It is located in the central point of the city. The Kraków gate was made after one of Tatars attacked in 1341. Initially it was built in the Gothic style, but about 3 centuries later it was extended with some Baroque elements. To the right of the gate there is the Museum of the History of Lublin. We've crossed the gate and are entering the old town. And who's welcoming us at the gate? A goat, the symbol of the city. Don't miss it. This is the old town square, set up after Lublin received the rights of a city in 1317, granted by King Władysław the Short. Initially, buildings around the square were made of wood, but after a great fire in 1575, new tenement houses made of stone and brick were built. The lovely sgraffito decorations were added when the tenement houses were renovated after the Second World War. About 70% of buildings survived the Second World War, and you are going to see a yellow building in the middle of the square. Initially, it was a town hall, but from 1578, Crown Tribunal was held here. A few years ago, in one of the abandoned buildings, someone found a box with negatives, pre-Second World War black and white portraits. The photos were developed, enlarged, and inserted into the window frames. These people lived here in Lublin. There are lots of cafes and restaurants around the square. I'm about to visit one of them. A, wszystko jedno, który. Taki najlepszy oczywiście, najświeższy. I'm going to try one of the local specialties, cebularz, onion pastry. And the local tea, perfect on such a cold day.
Hanuka tea z pomarańczą, goździkami i ze śliwowicą.
Wspaniale, dziękuję.
Time to move on to the Trinitarian Tower. Fantastic view from the top of the tower, but it's closed today. When in Lublin, you can't miss the misfortune stone. The legend goes that an executioner beheaded an innocent person on the stone. Since then, the stone has brought bad luck to everyone who owned it. You shouldn't touch it, otherwise you'll regret it. Shall I touch it? What do you think? Nope, I better not. This is a 16th century cathedral here in Lublin. Look at the beautiful interior. Back to the old town, to one of the old town streets there, going to another church, Dominicans church. Look at the picture here, showing a big fire of Lublin in the 18th century. It is here when in 1569 the Union of Lublin was signed between the Kingdom of Poland and the Great Duchery of Lithuania. Both countries made one state, the Commonwealth. I am at another old town square, Fara Square. In the 13th century there was a church here. It was put down in the 19th century because of the church's poor technical condition. The authorities decided to leave the ruins here. It's quite atmospheric, I must say. Behind the city walls, down the hill, there is the Lublin Castle. What a beautiful view. Now to Grodzka Street, towards Grodzka Gate. On the way, just a quick glimpse at one of the tenement building with loads of cats' heads. And who lived here? Andrzej Kot, Andrzej Cat, a famous Lublin graphic artist. Just behind the city walls, there is a special street lamp. It is lit 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It is to remind us of the Jewish community that lived here before the Second World War. Jews made 30% of the Lublin population before they were exterminated by Nazi Germans. Here is the Lublin Castle. The first stronghold was made of wood and it was erected in the 12th century. 2 centuries later, King Kazimierz the Great erected here a stone castle. The castle served as a prison in the interwar period during the Second World War and also after the Second World War, run by the Soviet communist regime. In 1957, the castle was set up, established as a national museum. Within the castle, there is a 15th century chapel of the Holy Trinity with Byzantine fresques inside. Quite impressive. Now back to the old town. I passed the memory street lamp again. And I'm back to Grodzka Street. And from Grodzka Street to this little tiny narrow street. Out to another square, and from this in the square we'll see remains of the synagogue, Jewish synagogue. Here it is. Was it a synagogue or a different type of building? Do let me know in the comments. Next to the synagogue, there is a house where the first Jewish committee met up after the Second World War. At the end of my visit in Lublin, I go to another bakery and get another cebularz, onion pastry to compare. I enjoyed my time here and I'll definitely come back to Lublin, maybe in summer. If you enjoyed the tour, do subscribe to my channel. There will be more films coming up.